The sun had set as Alex left the train station. Knowing the dangers of the city at night, she had to keep to the more open places. This made her uncomfortable, because more open places meant more people, and more people made more eyes to catch her using her powers.
Okay, just keep a low profile like Master Aaron taught you. Right now, I better find some place to rest. I'll think of what to do tomorrow.
As Alex walked down the street, her hip bag began to glow. She quickly ducked into a nearby alley and looked inside. The Chaos Emeralds were glowing again.
Does this mean another emerald is nearby? Where? Someone's coming.
Thinking fast, Alex jumped into a nearby dumpster and quietly closed the lid. Though it was empty, it still reeked of garbage. She struggled to hold back a cough and covered her nose and mouth. She heard the footsteps getting closer, and the emeralds in her bag were growing brighter. The footsteps stopped outside of her hiding place, and she held her breath.
Chaos Emerald is reacting. There must be another around here somewhere.
Alex froze. She knew that voice. It was that madman, the one with chaos. Rallying all her courage, Alex carefully lifted the lid a crack. Eggman was so close she could reach out and touch him. In his right hand was a silver Chaos Emerald, which was glowing as brightly as hers. Her heart nearly stopped when he turned in her direction.
Is it in here?
Eggman grabbed the lid of the dumpster. With remarkable force, Alex pushed it open, leaping out like a jack-in-the-box. Eggman stumbled back.
Ah!
Alex jumped away from the dumpster and down the alley. She turned back and saw the silver emerald was just in front of her. She was about to dive for it when a puddle of water emerged from the cracks in the cement. She backed away as it swallowed up the emerald in a flash of light. When it dimmed, Alex's blood ran cold. Chaos was standing before her. Only now he had two metal arms, each with a Chaos Emerald in their hands. His shoulders were broad with a muscular appearance, his posture hunched over like a gorilla, and his two head fins were now vertical like a shark. Fearful, Alex spun around and ran.
It's that other mystic! Chaos! Get her! She's got the Chaos Emerald!
Alex didn't dare look back. She could hear Chaos's watery steps pursuing her like some demon from a cursed lagoon. The jewels on her shoes glowed, and she picked up speed. When she noticed how close the walls on each side of her were, she got an idea. She jumped to the right and then jumped to the other. Chaos reached for her, almost catching her foot. Alex managed to avoid his grasp and continued up the walls at incredible speed, the gems on her shoes glinting with each step. She reached the top and looked down. Chaos morphed back into a puddle and began to slither up the wall towards her. Alex screamed and dashed across the roof. She was about to jump to the one across the way when Eggman suddenly came in front of her in his Eggmobile.
And where do you think you're going, Mystic?
Alex spun around and Chaos reformed right in front of her. Before she could scream again, Chaos grabbed her by the head and lifted her off her feet. She struggled and kicked, her cries distorted by his watery hand, but it was no good.
Well done, Chaos. Now, time to retrieve that Chaos Emerald.
Eggman's claw was just about to reach for Alex's bag when she summoned her sword, making him recoil. The cyan force jewel around her neck shone, and a greenish light illuminated her sword. With one good swing, Alex sliced Chaos clean through at the torso, making the monster roar in pain. She dropped to the ground, coughing and gasping for air. She looked up in time to see Chaos charge at her in mid-regeneration. She leapt aside and quickly found her footing. She held her sword out, ready for another attack.
You're not getting the Chaos Emeralds!
Oh, and you're going to stop me? Guess I should expect such spirit from a Mystic.
How did you know about that? How did you find out? About us?
Quite simple, really. You Mystics are chaos inclined, aren't you? Able to harness the chaos energy all around us. So, develop a way to locate Chaos Emeralds, and you get a nice reward of locating Mystics, too. Granted, like Mobians, your signals aren't as strong, but it was enough to find you and your friends.
Where are they? What have you done with them?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough, my dear. Chaos, get her!
Alex braced herself as Chaos lumbered towards her. Her heart was racing, her legs were quivering, and her head was reeling. This was no sparring match. She was in a fight for her life. She shook her head. Now was not the time to panic. Chaos was already on top of her. He swung a fist, and she swiftly dodged it, the strike hitting the ground with such force it made a hole. Alex backed away as Chaos turned and advanced on her again. In a moment, she realized something. His power had increased, but his speed had decreased. That might work to her advantage. The jewels on her shoes glowed again, and she started to run around Chaos. She accelerated, her running turned into skating, and her form becoming a teal streak of light. Chaos swung at her left and right, but he missed every time. He roared in anger and transformed into a large ball of water. He slammed into the ground repeatedly, trying to crush her, but she was too fast. When Chaos took form again, Alex saw his brain. Was that his weak spot? How could she get to it? Suddenly, she remembered how her blade cut through him. The blade she had empowered with her Chaos energy. Was Chaos energy the key to taking him down?
Only one way to find out.
With adrenaline flowing through her, Alex broke away from her circle, her sword glowing, and sliced Chaos's legs. The monster's legs became shapeless water, and he fell.
That's it!
Before Chaos could reform, Alex turned back and sliced him again. She slashed at him repeatedly until he was just a head in a puddle of water. With one final effort, she struck him in the brain. Chaos hollowed in pain and completely lost his form, melting like butter in a hot skillet. Alex slid to a stop, breathing heavily. She saw the Chaos Emeralds and rushed to retrieve them. However, weak as he was, Chaos enveloped the gems and seeped through the cracks in the floor.
Hey!
I must say I'm impressed. I've read about you mystics and your force jewels. You really do use them to channel your power. I may not have gotten more Chaos Emeralds, but you certainly gave me a good show.
Where are Carrie and Master Aaron?
I told you, you'll find out soon enough. But don't worry, I'll put them to good use. Until next time, Mystic.
Wait!
Before Alex could do anything else, Eggman threw a smoke bomb in front of her. The bomb struck the rooftop, causing a smoke screen to surround her and sting her eyes. She shielded her face, swinging her sword to try and clear the haze. As it cleared, she opened her eyes a crack, wiping away the tears. Eggman and Chaos were gone. She was alone. Alex stood where she was, shaking. She had won the fight, but she didn't feel victorious at all. She felt scared.
What did he mean? Put them to good use.
Then, Alex heard the sound of a helicopter getting closer. She looked to the sky and saw a police chopper coming her way. Just as it shone its light on the rooftop, Alex leapt off and down into the alleyway below, landing as gracefully as a feather.
I gotta get out of here.
Alex ran from the alley back towards Emerald Coast, hoping to find a place to hide. She was starting to feel the effects of the fight taking their toll, and the beach was the safest place for her now. She would have to spend the night there, and then leave the city first thing tomorrow. As she ran, tears began to flow from her eyes, but not from the effects of the smokescreen. She looked up to the moon, as if desperate for its silver radiance to give her strength.
Carrie, Master Aaron, I won't give up. I'll find you. No matter what it takes, I will find you, I promise.